Hi guys, and welcome back to the Think A2 for the welcome unit, and this is video number 9. This is video number 9. It's nice to see you again. So today we are going to carry on what we were doing. So we got up to this task over here. Let me get my little pen. So we got up to this task. So we haven't started this yet. So last time we did the difference between have, has, haven't, and hasn't. And we did a little diagram and we put all the different pronouns. So I hope that you review that for your homework and you practice those. So you're a little bit more familiar with when we would use have and when we would use has or hasn't and haven't. Okay, guys, let's start then. So we need to write these sentences here. So it says what we need to do is write 2 things that you have got and 2 things you haven't got. So I told you last time to have a think about what you have and haven't got ready for today's lesson. So I'm going to write this in the text because it's too small, isn't it? It's too small to do that. So let's have a look. Okay, guys, so if we have a think, so I'm going to write 2 things that I have got. And I want you to have a think of 2 things that you have got first. So let's put I have got, I have got, what have I got? I have got a PlayStation 5, which is a games console. Maybe you have a games console, maybe you have a Nintendo Switch, or maybe you have another one, like a Xbox. I know Xboxes are really popular too. So I have got a PlayStation and a dog. So that's what I have got. I haven't got a Nintendo Switch and a cat. Okay, there we go. So what I would like you to do, guys, is just spend a little bit of time writing yours, okay? So just write what you have got. So for example, I've said, I've got a PlayStation 5 and a dog, and write what you haven't got in a separate sentence. I haven't got a Nintendo Switch and a cat. Okay, guys, I want you to have a think for a second. I'll leave you just to have a think. Okay, what I'd like you to do is pause this video so you can finish yours off as we're going to have a look at our next exercise. So pause this video as we're going to have a look at our next exercise. So our next exercise is, let's have a look, 2 things your best friend has got and 2 things your best friend hasn't got. Okay, that's really, really important. Okay, so have a think. Maybe when you go to your friend's house, maybe you maybe there's something that you really want that your best friend has. Maybe it was their birthday, maybe they have something really cool. Okay. I'm just thinking about what my best friend has that I don't have. So my best friend has, maybe has, not have, my best friend has, what does my best friend have that I don't have? An iPad, which is like a tablet. And she has an ice cream machine. Okay. My best friend hasn't got, my best friend hasn't got a TV or hmm, or a dog. Okay. And looking over here as well, I haven't got, okay, so it would be we would have or. So it would be, I haven't got a Nintendo Switch or a cat. My best friend hasn't got a TV or a dog. Okay, so when we have it like that, we would say or. So guys, have to think about what your best friend has. Maybe they have an iPad, maybe they have a cat, maybe they have a dog, maybe you've got something that they haven't got. So maybe you have um a certain tablet, or maybe you have a certain game that they don't have, or teddy bear. Okay, guys, so pause this video if you are not up to date and just have a look at those for a guide. So I'll leave them on there for you if you want to pause this video. So have a look at it as a guide and write those out. And we're going to look at our next task now. Okay, guys, so our next task is the difference between I'd like and I like. I'd like and I like. So what do you think the difference is between I like and I'd like? Because I can see a contraction here. I can see a contraction. So let's have a think about what the contraction could stand for. What do you think it stands for? I'd like. Okay, I'm going to write it here to help you. So I like is, I like ice cream. I like cats. I like dogs. I like the color blue. Okay, whereas I'd like is, I would like. I would like a pink phone. I would like an ice cream. I would like a new puppy. Okay, so that's the difference. I like is different to I'd like. So what we need to do is circle the correct option. So we have A. What's your favorite color? What is your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. I have pink everything. Pink everything. It's my favorite. Okay, so let me get my pen. So what's your favorite color? Would it be I like blue best or I'd like blue best? I like or I'd like blue best. So we know I'd like blue best says I would like. And you wouldn't say you would want a color, would you? So it would just be I like blue best. I like blue best. Number 2. Can I help you? Yes. I like an ice cream, please. Or yes, I'd like an ice cream, please. So if you go to the shop and you would want to buy an ice cream, would you say I like ice cream, or would you say I would like an ice cream? You would say I would like. So we would use the contraction form of yes. Oh, no, I don't need to underline that. So it would be this. I'd like an ice cream, please. What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite ice cream? I know that watermelon is very, very popular in China, but where I'm from, it's very, very popular to have vanilla ice cream or mint choc chip. So it's like a green ice cream with lots of little chocolate inside, and it's delicious. Okay, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I like to play computer games. I'd like to play computer games. So either one makes sense, either one it makes sense. But because we're asking this question, what do you want to do? It's going to be I'd like to play computer games, because it would be I would like to play computer games. They're asking what the person wants to do. So they're saying I would like to play computer games. So it would be this one. Now, I want you to do the next one by yourself. So remember, the contraction form is I would like, and I like is just saying that you like something. So do you want milk or orange juice? Would it be I like milk, please, or I'd like milk, please? What's it going to be, this one? I like or I'd like milk, please. It is going to be I'd like milk, please, because they're asking a question. Which one would you like? Would you like milk or would you like orange juice? So you're going to say, I'd like milk, please. Because if you just says, I like milk, please, they'll be like, do you want it? Or are you just saying that you like it? So I'd like milk, please. Who's the best teacher at your school? Who's the best teacher at your school? So it's a question. It's a question. So I like Miss Dawes the most, or I'd like Miss Dawes the most. So they're saying that who is the best teacher. So you're just stating who you like here. So this would be I like Miss Dawes the best. Okay, I want you to do the next one by yourself. We've got 6, 7, and 8 left to do. Which day of the week do you like the most? Which day of the week do you like most? Which day of the week do you like most, guys? Do you like a Saturday or Sunday? Personally, my favorite day is Saturday because the next day I know that I don't have work as well. So it's like I get a lie-in and I get to go to sleep knowing that I have another day off, which is nice, and another lie-in, which is very cool. And usually I like to do lots of things on Saturdays, maybe like going to the cinema or going into the city. Okay. So which day of the week do you like the most? Would you say I like Fridays or I'd like Fridays? You're not going to say you would like a Friday because that doesn't make sense. It's not a food, is it? So it would say I like Fridays. Do you want anything to eat? Do you want anything to eat? Would you say, I like some chicken soup, please? Or I'd like some chicken soup, please? It would be I'd like, wouldn't it? Like with the ice cream one. Like with the ice cream one over here. Can I help you? Yes, I'd like an ice cream. So when we have questions like that, especially if it's food or it's giving you two options, like the milk and orange juice one, we need to say I'd like, don't we? I'd like, because you're telling the person what you would want, not what you just like. What do you do in your free time? What do you do in your free time? I like swimming and playing football. I'd like playing swimming and playing football. What's this one going to be? Have a think about this one. What's this going to be? So it's going to be I like, isn't it? Because they're asking what they like to do in their free time. I like swimming and playing football. You wouldn't say I'd like swimming and playing football. It's almost saying that maybe you've not done it before, whereas you're stating that you like swimming and playing football in your free time. So the main difference here is I like is saying that you just like something, and I'd like is saying I would like. It's the contraction for I would like. Excellent, guys. So if you've missed any of those, just circle the correct ones now and just make sure that you're writing in pencil, just in case you do make a mistake. You can just rub it out and correct it with me. Okay, so we are going to have a look at our next task, which is summing up. We have summing up. So let's have a think. So it says complete the mini dialogues with the missing questions. So we've got lots of missing questions here, don't we? So we need to come up with the questions. We need to come up with the questions. So let's have a look at number 1. The reply is, yes, I'd love a dog or cat. Yes, I'd love a dog or cat. So if the reply is, yes, I'd love a dog or a cat, we need a question that would require that answer, don't we? So we'll do this one together. So this one could be, what? What do you think we could have? So they're saying that they would love a dog or a cat. So that implies that they don't have an animal. It's saying that they would like to have a dog or a cat. So maybe we could say, do you want, would you like a pet? Or we could also use, do you want a pet? So either one is absolutely fine to use. Either one is absolutely fine, because if I said to you, would you like a pet or do you want a pet? The correct reply would be, yes, I love a dog or a cat. That would make sense to use, wouldn't it? That would perfectly make sense to use. So I'll leave that there for you to write that out. So let's have a think of the next one together. I'm going to let you think of what we could do. So, no, I don't. I don't like any sports. No, I don't. I don't like any sports. So what question could we use for this? What question? No, I don't. I don't like any sports. So that's the reply to the question. So we could have nice and easy. Do you like sports? Do you like sport? Do you like sport? No, I don't. I don't like any sports. Okay. So it's just basically making sure that you use the keywords in the answer. So there's a reference to sports, and they're saying, no, I don't. So we know it's going to be, do you like? Because it's no, I don't like. Okay. Next one. Yes, I am. Very. I'd love a sandwich, please. Hmm. Yes, I am. Very. I'd love a sandwich, please. So when it's time to eat a sandwich, you're very hungry, aren't you? You're very hungry. So maybe it could be to do with hunger. What do you think we could use here? It's to do with hunger. Yes, I am. Very. I'd love a sandwich, please. I think she's very hungry. So if she's very hungry, what question could we ask? Are you hungry? Nice and easy. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. Very. I'd love a sandwich, please. Okay. Yes, I do, especially bananas and apples. Well, what kind of food are bananas and what kind of food are apples? They're fruits, aren't they? They're fruits. So if they're fruits, we know that we're going to reference fruits. So it would be what? What do you think we could use for this? I'm going to give you a second because I want you to write this one out by yourself and see if you get this. So remember, it's to do with fruit, and the reply is yes, I do. So it's definitely a question. It's just going to be, do you like fruit? Do you like fruit? Fruit is delicious. My favorite fruit is watermelon and bananas. What is your favorite fruit? Okay, so let's get rid of that so we've got some space to write our next one. Oops. Okay, I can't get rid of the apples, but that's fine. Yes, I have. I've got a brother and two sisters. So we know this is to do with brothers and sisters, to do with siblings. It's just going to be, what do you think it's going to be? Oh, sisters. So when you meet somebody, you might ask this question, have you got any brothers or sisters? Have you got any brothers or sisters? And you would reply, yes, I have. I've got a brother and two sisters. Yes, I have. I've got a brother and two sisters. Okay, guys. Okay, hopefully you've got all that written out. I want you to do the next one by yourself. So I'm just going to give you a second to write everything down. Look at the keywords of the answer. So no, Rob. So it's referencing Rob. No, Rob hasn't got a cat, but I think he's got a lizard. So we know it's to do with animals. We know it's to do with Rob. And the reference here at the beginning, it says, no, Rob hasn't got a cat. So the question is to do with Rob and a cat. So what do you think this question could be? Does Rob have a cat? Because they're saying, no, Rob doesn't have a cat, but I think he's got a lizard. Okay. Okay, are you ready for the next one, guys? Okay, so yes, please. I'd love a glass of water. I'm really thirsty. So yes, please. It's a yes or no answer, but they've added a little bit more saying, yes, please. I'd love a glass of water. I'm really thirsty. So there's a reference to water, and she says yes. What's this going to be? Yes, please. I'd love a glass of water. I'm really thirsty. It's going to be, would you like a drink? Would you like a drink? Yes, please. I'd love a glass of water. I'm really thirsty. Okay. No, we haven't got a car, but we've all got bikes. So no, haven't car. Those are the key words we need to know. No, we haven't got a car, but we've all got bikes. So it's going to be about if they've got cars, because it says we haven't. So it's not I haven't got a car, it's we haven't got a car. So what would this be? It's just going to be have you got a car? Like so. Okay, two left. I want you to do this one by yourself. Yes, I love dogs. We've got two. The reply is yes, I love dogs. We've got two. So what do you think this would be? Yes, I love dogs. We've got two. Okay, so this would be do you like dogs? Do you like dogs? Do you like dogs? Do you have any dogs at home as a pet? I have one dog and I love dogs. I used to be a cat person. I used to love cats. And after we got a dog here, I love them so much. I am a cat person still, but I'm also a dog person. So I love both dogs and cats. Okay, guys. So we have one more left. No, I haven't got a camera, but I've got a smartphone. So what are the keywords? So no, I haven't. Camera. So there's a question to do with a camera because they reply, no, I haven't got a camera, but I've got a smartphone. Nice and easy. Have you got a camera? Have you got a camera? Like so. Okay, guys, so have a look and see if there's anything you've missed or any mistakes, and you can always rub them out with your pencil and correct them. So just have a look now and see if there's anything you can see that you've missed. Okay, guys, if there is anything you've missed and you need a little bit more time, just pause this video and get up to date, especially if there's any of the previous tasks as well. But you did excellent today, guys. So we did this question here. We wrote some sentences of what you've got and what you haven't got. We wrote some sentences on what your best friend has and hasn't got. We did I like, and we did the contraction of I'd like. And what was that contraction of? What words would it be if that wasn't the contraction form? It would be I would like. So remember, when you are stating something that you like I like blue best, like this one. What's your favorite color? I like blue best. You're stating that you like something. Whereas if you're saying that you want something, like, can I help you? Yes, I'd like an ice cream, please. It would just replace I would like an ice cream, please. So there is a difference. It's just making sure you're aware of that difference. Okay, guys, so I am going to clear this now. So pause it now if you want the answers. Okay, so next time we are going to begin our first unit. So we have finished the welcome unit. We have finished the welcome unit. So we're going to have a look at some grammar, and we are going to look at the present simple. The present simple. Okay, guys, well done. So I will see you next time for our first unit, and you did so well in our welcome unit. That was just a little bit of a taste of what the rest of the book will be. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see you, and I will see you very, very soon. Okay, guys, well done. Bye bye. See you soon. Have a good day.